Everyone on IG, it seems like y'all the first ones to always tune in. So, peace. What's good with you? All right. Chef underscore hunt the. No, not doing that, bro. I had a class last night. It was $25 on Zoom, in which y'all said y'all wanted me to come on Zoom so we could talk about some deeper stuff. I set the class up. I don't know what happened to y'all. And that's exactly what we talked about. We went into symbology. And yeah, so next Wednesday's the next class. I'm waiting for y'all to get up. Get involved. Let's get to it. All right. All right, family. Let me see if I got everybody in. Peace. Can everyone hear me? Tina, can y'all hear me? Oh, Quan, you a little under the weather? Yeah, the weather's changing, so yeah, we got to start getting, yeah. Got to get herbed up for real. The weather's changing, and we don't know what these people putting in the air, so hey. But hope you get better, Quan. All right, 2 announcements I want to make. Thank everybody for participating in the class last night, the symbology class. Those that miss it, those that already paid for the class and just missed it, you can come on next week with us. Those that didn't get in, come on, man. Hit me up, 678-557-2919. The symbology revisited class. All right, with that symbology revisited class, you get a free symbology book. All right, ebook. Join the class right now. You have that information, Quan, so we can put it up? The symbology class? All right. While Quan is looking for that for me, the other announcement I need to make, my good brother, very talented individual. I used to call him, man, the keeper of the records. I used to talk to him about some health stuff and some other stuff. And but my good brother transitioned, passed away. We're gonna send our condolences to his family. Mark, the 45 King. If you don't know who Mark, the 45 King is, look him up. All right? Mark, the 45 King. You know, when you had chapstick or ointment that you moisturize your lips with, and it's expensive as hell, and it gets down to the thing where you can't push it up no more, and you go digging for it. Yeah, too damn expensive. Shout out to everybody that knew Mark, the 45 King. If you don't know who he is, look him up, man. Some of them songs that y'all rock out to, Mark was the one that did them, especially back in the day. All right. Alexis, what's good with you? That's what I was looking for, Quan. Symbology Revisited, October 11th, and we did it last night, which was the 18th, and we're doing it next week at 9 p.m. Just cash up to $25, and I'll get your information. Once you send me the email address, I'll send you the free book, and you can join the class, and we can rock out. All right? All right. Anyway, listen, I have a simple question I'm going to ask tonight, and it's not difficult. Well, it may be difficult. And maybe some people have pondered this thought. Is World War III looming? Is it right around the corner? Are we headed towards World War III? If not, why, when you look it up, there are a lot of people talking about World War III. If you just take a step back out of your own world for a second and get a global perspective and a global bird's eye view as to what's going on around the globe, all right, you will see that there is a lot, when I say a lot of conflict going on the globe. Everywhere you look. You're right. Rest in eternal paradise. Mark 45 King. If you look around the globe, it's like there's a lot going on. If you're one of those kind of individuals that keep your finger on the pulse of what's going on and you know how to read the signs, then some of y'all might know what I'm talking about. How many people of y'all that are on here have already read the signs and it's starting to add up? So the new Black Panther Party Norfolk VA chapter, explain to us why it's already started. Give us your take on that. Why has it already started? You said World War III has already started. Why has it already started? You see the rumbling of World War III? Tina, where do you see this? Help me out.
Salam, Professor Griff. Long time no see.
Peace. How you feel, good bro?
Yes, Brother Chief Asifa Nibiru Masa Bay.
How you feel, man? You all right?
I'm doing wonderful, brother. Working on my health and healing. You know, I keep up with you a lot, brother.
Okay.
I want to say, man, you got some history, brother. Remember when you came to Columbus?
Columbus where? Columbus, Georgia, or Columbus, Ohio?
Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, I can't forget Columbus, Ohio.
It was me and my cousin Nasai, and he had the big long the van with the sound system that had the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King on it.
Yeah.
A long time ago, you took a picture with us. I got asked Nasai to find that picture.
Oh, okay. So you all right, man?
Oh yeah, brother, I'm wonderful. I wanted to chime in because, you know, to be honest with you, the minister been talking about this for years. The minister's been talking about this on a time where we're going to, you know, save up on water, stock up, batten down the hatches, so to speak, you know. And time is more and more inevitable than ever now. You know, in the height of the crisis with China, Taiwan, Russia, Ukraine, Israel, and Palestine. I mean, the list goes on. Afghanistan, America is starting to make enemies.
You said starting to make enemies?
Yeah, well, you know, I'm being nice with it.
You said America's starting to make enemies.
America's been making enemies. But to say this, brother, yeah, we got to start prepping for survival. Me and my wife are survivalists. We start prepping. We're talking to other people to build with them, and you know, get with people who got lands that want to build survival shelters, fallout shelters. We stacking up our arsenal. You know, we got to stack up on waters, safety equipment.
Okay.
Radiation equipment, gas masks. We got all that ready, brother.
Okay.
You know, I knew this was going to be coming, and I was telling my daughter like, Dad, why you always talking about gloom and doom? And I said, beloved, I told my daughter, I said, beloved, it's not that I'm talking about gloom and doom. I'm telling you the facts and the reality of what's to come.
Right.
You know?
Okay. All right.
And you know, and And I encourage all revolutionary brothers and sisters. Back then, we were called STARS, Shock Troops of the Asiatic Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
We were the black BDUs, just like the S1Ws.
All right, that's a beautiful thing.
Yep. Yep. And and we was about social economic rights, and empowering the people and set up programs.
But check this out, bro. The topic tonight is World War III. Are we there yet? All right, and I'm on IG and I'm over here on YouTube and Facebook. So I'm trying to do both at the same time, right? So I'm gonna get back to everybody, but we really appreciate your comments. And like you and your wife and your family are doing, everybody's going to start stocking up just like you guys are doing.
Right. I just want to send a salute to you, brother, and tell you I love you. You know what I mean? It's
love you too, good bro. Salute.
Salute.
All right, peace, good bro. Peace.
Peace and love.
All right. That was my good brother out of Columbus, Ohio, letting us know that his family's stocking up. All right. Because we have to survive this. I think what we should do is start looking at, bro, you can click off, bro. I got you. We should start looking at what's going on with these skirmishes and these things that are flaring up all over the globe and start taking note that can easily happen here. I think a lot of times black people in America, we get kind of comfortable. We get comfortable thinking that will never happen here. Americans are not going to let that happen here. Wow. That's your thinking? You feel that damn comfortable? You are that comfortable in thinking that what's befalling these other people in these other countries and other places and spaces throughout the globe cannot happen in America. Let's not be deceived. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care how comfortable you get on that nice, fine, expensive, pretty, nice, warm, comfortable couch of yours with your remote in your hand, talking to Alexa, having the automatic floor sweeping a robot clean your house and all kind of other stuff that you got going on here. The electronic automatic sprinkling the lawn and all this other stuff that you got for the comforts. That's a beautiful thing that you that damn comfortable. But look like you too comfortable. You cannot get that damn comfortable because sooner or later you got to get up and use the bathroom. Am I right or wrong? So let's understand how this thing works. We see this stuff going on all over the globe. All right? I got a critical question to ask because I saw something earlier that just made me shake my head like, wow, for real? Anyway, we see these things going all over. We see bombs dropping on hospitals and churches and killing babies and that kind of thing. We see how the people in Palestine had their land taken from them. Someone else is occupying their land, relegating them to a few corners of that landmass and controlling their lives, every aspect of their lives. And you mean to tell me you think that mindset are not in the heads of the people here? Two things I saw earlier that just I just said, wow, okay. One was, no, I saw three things. Let me say this. Let me take it from the last thing forward. The last thing I saw was Hindus and people in India were siding with Israel in what they're doing to the Palestinians, saying that we have the same problem, which I guess is Islam. They have the same problem, which is Muslims, I guess. And this is coming from people in India. So they're siding with Israel. That's one thing. Second thing I saw was white supremacists have set forward and set in motion a plan to take advantage of everything that's going on in the world to now murder anything that ain't pure white in America. It started out with a little young, I think 6-year-old boy, I believe in the Midwest. It was living next door to some, I think some Palestinians, and just murdered the 60-year-old boy, stabbed him to death. The other thing I saw, and y'all need to help me out with this one. I saw footage. Don't think I'm crazy. Don't think I'm some wild conspiracy theorist kind of dude. I saw footage of Joe Biden, and I could have sworn that wasn't Joe Biden. It was somebody with a mask on. Can y'all help me out with that? Quan, help me out. I know you're under the weather. Did anyone see what I saw? I'm not trying to turn this conversation into some conspiratorial kind of whatever. Can y'all go look real quick? I'll wait. I'll trust me. I will wait. I have a few minutes. I saw footage of Joe Biden, and it looked like that was not even Joe Biden. It looked like somebody with like a whole Joe Biden outfit on, for real. So I don't, Quan, do you understand this Frisco vibes guy? The war is fake. I mean, can you? Oh, you said careful, Griff. YT is snatching channels from people that speak out against Israel. Yeah, I heard that also. I heard that people were getting, I saw on the news how the young Israelis, the young Jewish people were getting arrested in DC, New York, and other places for speaking out against Israel. So you said they're taking people's channels, just like snatching them. Yeah. So help me out. I'm waiting. The speech with lap sitting. Don't understand that. He always looks like Uncle Bernie. And I pray in okay, I don't understand what you're talking about. Arik. Oh, you said autofill sucks? I hear you. I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm looking at the footage. Maybe I'm trying to decode too much. Maybe I'm looking at it too deep. Maybe I'm looking in it instead of at it. The whole bit, I take responsibility for that. That's because the so-called Zionist controls the media. Or you saying they're snatching people's channels because the Zionist controls the media outlets? So do they control Facebook and YouTube and Instagram? And yeah. So, okay, Quan warned me. They said they snatching people's channels. So Frisco vibes. You went from fake war to a UFO in Israel. Then you went from that to there's two Trumps as well. So Quan, you said it was a double. Someone else said it was a flesh suit. Someone said he's an AI robot. You said, am I just now noticing it? Well, I didn't see him in Israel before. I've never really seen Joe Biden in Israel. So what do you mean am I just now seeing it? Sharon Green, help me out with that. I've never seen Joe Biden in Israel. Have you? Talk to me, Sharon. sweet daughter of Zion. So you're saying the Zionists control pretty much everything. So what should we do then? Oh yeah, Quan, it's in all caps. You mean the Frisco vibe, dude? It's in all caps. Yeah, Quan, I guess he's just talking, so he says it's fake, so yeah. Yeah. Professor Griff, I have a question, but it's not about this World War III. No, thank you, Afro Joe, whoever you are. I'd rather stick to the topic. We gotta learn how to be focused. All right. My phone number is 678-557-2919. You could text me your question, whatever. We're talking about World War III. Are we there yet? I was trying to get some definitive answers from people. So, Queen, you said you met Mark the 45 King. Yeah, I met him also. All of the African countries is moved out of the, Fine art. You need to go back and read what you just typed. Fine art skit, somebody. Yeah. Michael X, you said World War III is coming. What do you mean by that? Anthony, you said not yet, but pretty soon. Like, what does that mean? I'm waiting for Michael X to hit me back. They need a war to cover the banking collapse. Okay. Okay. All right. So let me look at it like this. So I was doing some research and I just said to myself, okay, I was really doing some research about symbology. And I started looking at everything that's going on. And I'm just saying to myself, in key places around the globe, there are minor but yet major things happening. If we're looking at Taiwan, China, Japan, the Philippines, North and South Korea, we could just take that side of the globe. I'm sorry if I offended anyone that thinks the earth is flat, but if we look on that side of the globe and we see all the things that are going on and how it ultimately are going to affect the West. So I'm going to start the conversation off and just people, y'all just add on. All right. The three major wars or conflicts that are going on the globe, of course, Israel and the Palestinians, not the Gazians, not the Gazans, not the whatever, the Palestinians, because that was their land. Two, the war in Ukraine. Hold on a second, family. Hold on. Mr. Sabir Bey. Yo, can you hear me? Hello. Yo. All right. Can't get you, Mr. Sabir Bey. I'll have to hit you back. All right. So the war in Ukraine, what's going on? The war in Palestine. And then we're looking at the constant threat against North Korea. All right. And then deeper than that, the constant threat about who China is aligning itself with. So this is major because now we're talking about the alliance with China and Russia. Of course, Taiwan is threatened by that, and America is there, moving her warships in position to defend Taiwan. All right? You right, Wale, is that your name? You said Middle East is a war theater. But there's wars going on some other places also. But I understand what you mean. Then we have to look at what's going on with Africa flushing the toilet. And Africa flushing the toilet, getting rid of, for once and for all, and finally getting rid of the colonizer. All right? I could name probably 8 different countries that claimed their independence and declared themselves to be independent with self-rule and governing themselves, but yet the colonizer still extracts the natural resources and minerals out of those particular countries into France, into Europe, into Germany, into other places. All right? So Africa is flushing the toilet. I mean, everywhere in Africa. There are a few Uncle Tom regimes, bootlicking Uncle Tom regimes that are still in place that really feel that they really, really need Europeans to survive. All right. Yes, the other day we did talk about the Balfour Declaration. You said it will turn 106 on November 2nd. Okay. We need to look at the Balfour Agreement or Declaration. All right. So we talked about a few of those declarations and agreements and secret meetings the other day. But Quan also says, but BRICS is failing miserably. Well, it's going to take a minute for BRICS to even establish itself because of what's going on the planet. Economies are not stable. There's war looming. I mean, don't forget about what's going on in Yemen and in other places, all right? It's just that, we don't have access to that kind of media where we know what's going on because there's no one there with boots on the ground that will report back to the vast majority of us that we would know what's going on. But yeah, there's ongoing fighting in Yemen because it's a strategic military part of the world, that region of the world. All right. So we had a conversation about that the other day when we started talking about global affairs. When you start talking about global political science, we have to look at it. And like I said at the beginning of this broadcast, everyone just take a deep breath and take a step back and let's get a bird's eye overview on what's going on the globe. And then ask yourself the question, is World War III looming? And if that is the case, what should you be doing? What should we be doing? Someone had hit me up the other day and said, this next election is going to be rigged. I said, no joke. So I played dumb. And I was like, well, why do you think it's going to be rigged? Because he said, because they are taking the quote unquote immigrants that are coming in from other countries. They're taking them in and making them U.S. citizens just to make them Democrats so they can stack the deck on the Democratic side. So they're allowing certain immigrants to come in, making them Democrats, and then coercing them to vote on the Democratic ticket in the Democratic Party. Slick. So I kind of studied that back in the day when we would start talking about the vote scam. I'm sorry, Quan. That is something else that they'll use to take the channel down. When you start talking about the jab and voting and white women breaking fingernails and, this kind of talk makes white women upset. And when they start crying, shit just shuts down. I got it. I get you. Ernie, you said they mentioned Yemen today? On the world news? Okay. So that's what you really think we should do, Quan, is mind our own black business? What if it comes knocking on our doorstep? For example, the white supremacist who went right next door and stabbed up a 6-year-old Palestinian little boy in Wisconsin or Milwaukee or Chicago, somewhere in the Midwest. Topeka, Kansas. What if they institute the draft and raise and lower the age? Then you're forced to go to war. Now, they sent 2,500 advisors. Notice my language. They sent 2,500 advisors to Israel on a warship, claiming that they're rescuing Americans that are in Palestine. Those of y'all that are my age, Guy, you might be on here. Some other people that's my age might be on here. You remember when the Vietnam War kicked off? Started by America using a fake false flag. Warship was sunk in the Tonkin Gulf. And they used it as a pretext to start the war in Vietnam. And they claimed they had 2,000 advisors over there. They were just advising. But it was actually army troops. Armed to the teeth, man. For real. But they're advising. So we have 2,500 advisors on a warship that's pulling up right now. All right, right outside the Gaza Strip to rescue 13 Americans. I'm trying not to laugh. It is so comical that the American people are falling for this. But you know something? You're really not. I'm watching what's going on across the globe, and I'm seeing people protesting. I'm seeing people at Harvard protesting. I see people in San Francisco in the street. I'm seeing people in different countries. You know what I'm really waiting for, Guy? I'm waiting for these Arab countries to get together to decide what they're going to do to help their Palestinian brothers and sisters. Now, we have to keep in mind, all of the Palestinians in that region are not Muslim. Some are Christian, some are Muslim, all right? So we have to kind of keep these particular things in mind when we're trying to sort these things out. So to answer Kwan's question about minding our black business, our own black business, what if it comes knocking on the doorstep? All right? What if we get dragged into it just by being who we are? In reference, let me finish. Let me finish. I know what you're thinking. Let me finish. There are 7 countries right now that have kicked France out and neutralizing America, France, Germany, and the rest of the colonizers that are there in Africa. The natural resources and the minerals that they're extracting out of Africa will dry up. They will dry up. Them countries are going to look in other places in order to align themselves with other countries in Africa to neutralize those countries that are right there in North Africa. All right? I'm not talking about Upper Volta. I'm talking about Burkina Faso and some of Mali and some other places. All right? Okay. The beautiful thing, what I like about what the military, the brothers and sisters that are doing in Africa, they are restoring their country's natural languages, plural, back. All right. They want to be able to communicate with one another in their language. They want to be able to have a basic normal conversation in their language without getting punished, whipped, and beat and imprisoned for using their own language. All right. So let's understand. Doc, what's good with you, bro? Let's understand the dynamic and what's going on. And let's not ever think, don't say, let's mind our own black business, and then you let your guard down. If you're going to say, let's mind our own black business, then let's be about the business of our own black business. So I like that from Quan. But for everybody that didn't understand exactly what she was saying, don't get relaxed and don't get too comfortable. Like the brother that came on here earlier and said him and his wife are stocking up on ammo, food, water, medical supplies, whatever they need to survive. Because I'm telling you, what they're doing to the Palestinians, what makes you think that you're not next? They had no problem with moving 1 million people in and out of their homes and off their land to someplace else. And you mean to tell me they won't do that to you? If they decide that they want Chicago, Milwaukee, Ohio, if they want that whole area up in there, they won't move Pennsylvania. They won't move you out and tell you you got 24 hours. And you start getting on the cell phone calling your country cousins that live in Alabama and Georgia. Can I come live with you? Come on, man. So if what you're saying is, hold on. Renee Love 369, you said I think things are going to escalate. Well, if you know that in your spirit and in your heart, Renee, then what should we be doing here? That's you know, I understand what you're saying, but what should we be doing since you feel that? Because there's a lot of people that feel that way. I think or feel that a lot of people are feeling and thinking that way. They're not saying anything, but they're not doing anything either. Sir Jinx, what's good with you, bro? All right. Now, whoever you are, I don't know how to pronounce it, but G-O-D-E, you said we have too many guns? All right, you sound like an agent. Watch him, Quan. We have too many guns. Too many guns for what? We have too many guns. Like, what are you talking about? Too many guns for what? Watch him, Quan. He's suspect. When you find someone to come on these platforms trying to disarm you, talking about we have too many guns, yeah, watch them kind of agents, man. So we're talking about World War III, Jinx. We're talking about what can we do to prepare ourselves, because if we're watching what's going on across the globe, why don't we ever think that could befall us? We could easily be in that situation. Oh, bro, you need to be clear what you're saying, bro. You was about to get banned and blocked forever. You said we have too many guns. They can't take us over. Well, you didn't say that two what's the names ago. Bro, you need to make complete sentences or something. You about to get on the list for real. Yeah, you're right, Jinx. I said it earlier. Some people are too comfortable. Some people are too comfortable. Now, I'm not telling everybody to go out and buy a whole bunch of guns. Why don't you learn how to use the one that you have? That's my thinking. All right. If your need to look at whatever firearms class or whatever firearm you think you might want to purchase to defend yourself and your family, first join USCCA. Y'all can hit me up for that. Then come on to the gun show this weekend. I'll introduce you to a couple of people that got what you need. Hit me up, 678-557-2919. I got you. Trust me, I got you. All right? Right in Forest Park. Gas Tactical, you're absolutely correct. If the stuff go down, them people are going to feed their babies first. Well, Tammy, you didn't call me. You said you trying to catch up. No, I ain't hear from you. How you trying to catch up? Talk to me. I've been teaching firearms classes for a minute. How you trying to catch up? All right, let me shout out my homegirl, Lou Tactical, on Instagram. Everybody go to LU_tactical on Instagram. All right. Think you need to know. We don't have too many drones, armor, sets, and plans, though. We don't. We don't have helmets. We don't have night vision. We don't have all these things. We don't have thermal heat, scopes, and we don't. We don't. We just don't. We don't even have that get back. And everybody that know what that get back, put a peace sign up. We don't have that get back. Tell me we do. And I'll prove to you we don't. We don't. Let me just say something and put this out there, whether they shut the channel down or not. Family, stop. Please stop. Use your critical thinking when you hear the mass news media organizations keep using the term Hamas. Not Hamas, but the Gazans. All of a sudden, they got reduced from the Palestinians to the Gazans. How did that happen overnight? These are the Palestinians. That is their land. How you reduce them to the Gazians or the... And how is Israel at war with Hamas when you killing everybody? Watch the language that these people use. All right? They're trying to desensitize you. So if Israel's at war with Hamas, then go after Hamas and stop blowing up churches, schools, and hospitals. And like I said the other day, where's all these firebrand cats that you normally hear on YouTube running their mouth? How come we don't hear from them? Do you teach in Maryland? Tammy, I will come to Maryland. All you had to do is ask. But I know some brothers in Maryland, in the DMV area that teach under the USCCA. I got you. I'll put you in touch with them. Thank you, Quan. Lou Tactical. Make sure y'all check her out. Matter of fact, I'm going to take a deep breath, stretch for a second. I should have brought some water down here. But I need y'all to look her up right now on IG. Come on now. Shout out to the Black Satin Gloves Gun Club. Y'all doing the damn thing, for real. Keep it up. Keep making it happen. Did y'all check me out on the Noni Carey show? Make sure you'll check out Noni Carey, all right, on the hhn.tv. Go to www.hhn.tv, all right? Go check out the Noni Carey show. Yeah, that peaceful protest thing is a thing of the past. They had snipers. Did you see the footage of them shooting and killing the little boy? Snipers, Israeli snipers. Pencil official, what's good with you? Peace from the Netherlands. I used to hang out in the Netherlands, man. Back in the day, you know, trying to get my DJ on. DJ Shelton Dawkins, peace. What's up? Did you got some flashlights, candles, matches, charcoal, and battery chargers? Yeah, we better start getting that now. Family, come on. You have to train. All right? You got to do some push-ups and some... Rub your gut right now. Look at you. If you ain't did 25 push-ups, 25 sit-ups, if you ain't moved your body today, you understand what I'm saying? What you doing? You got to train. You got to be consistent. All right? Come on, this concept of the 100. If you do it 100 times, you ain't got to do it 100 days. Even if you did 100 days, you could do it 15 to 20 minutes a day for 100 days and you'll get it right. Repetition is the mother of learning. Muscle memory, a whole bunch of things play into that. If y'all go over to Lou Tacticals page, tell her I sent y'all. I'm trying to hook up with Lou Tactical so we can do these firearm classes together so we can have couples night, man, with the firearm training. You understand what I'm saying? That needs to be a thing for real. Renee loves it. Ouch, you must be looking at me. No, I don't know. No, I don't know you, Renee. But I'm just saying, did we do something today towards our health? Did we take our shoes off and put our feet in the earth? Did we breathe? Did we get grounded? Did you drink or eat something green? Did you do some self-talk? Did you look in the mirror and affirm and reaffirm? All right? That's right, Sharon Kirkley. We got to stretch every single day. Dusty Jones, come in next Wednesday. We got you on the class. All right? Quan, can you put the information up about the symbology class? All right, and keep in mind, family, we still doing the fundraiser. I got hundreds of ebooks to send out to you. All you got to do is make a donation. Make your donation right now to my Cash App, $ Professor Griff, and you will get the ebooks. I got global war strategy, got global political science books. I got Illuminati stuff, the occult stuff, symbology stuff, name it. Your brother, as the Minister of Information, Professor Griff, I got it. Make the donation, and I'll send the ebooks to you. But if I send the ebooks to you, guess what you got to do? Read the damn books. So when you come on Serious Minds like this, we can dialogue and elevate the conversation into the thinking of God. Not on my level. There's something way above Professor Griff. All right, I'm climbing with y'all. I'm pulling as I climb. So I'm not the head honcho. You understand what I'm saying? There's people on this broadcast right now that are a lot more intelligent, a lot smarter than I am. Yeah, nah. Thank you, Easy D. I can understand that. Tammy, we still got to do it. You understand what I'm saying? If you know, I got another plan for people that's up in age, 65 and older. You ain't got to be hopping over fences and in dugouts and all that kind of stuff, climbing under cars. And yeah, I got another plan for y'all. All right? Trust me, I do. Lance Scurvy, what's good, man? My man Lance Scurvy in the building. All right? G Mars, how you feel, bro? All right. So, family, I hope you were able to take something from what I said today. All right? If you're really feeling and thinking that something is kind of bothering and moving your spirit, that you think we might be moving towards a global war where there's conflicts all over the place and it might culminate into this thing that not we, pardon me, that was a Freudian slip. They call World War III. Yeah, let's do something about it, man. All right. Thank you, Mr. Larry Penton, sir. The symbology class will be at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Next week, 10 p.m. All right. So listen, all of those YouTube channels and yeah, Gas Tactical, I hear you. I smell it. It's in the air. It's in the air. If you don't have a week's worth of ammo, a week's worth of food, and a week's worth of water, all right, and you didn't get trained by Doc on some CPR and stop the bleed, him in LP, then I don't know what y'all doing. At least do that. At least if the light go out and you have no blankets and you ain't got no portable heater, come on, how you gonna survive this thing? All right. All right. So to the individual that asked me if I'm just now saying the fact that Biden be wearing a skin mask and it's not really Joe Biden under there, I got you. I got you. Black worlds, train up. You're right. I got you. But that's not the first time I've seen it. This is the first time me seeing him go meet with people from other countries with that popping off. I didn't think they would be that bold. So when someone, I think Donald Trump called him Sleepy Joe, yeah, man, I think that was kind of spot on. But check this out, y'all.
Than it is right now. We need to clean house of all of the warmongers. World War III has never been closer than it is right now. We need to clean house of all of the warmongers and America last globalists and the deep state, the Pentagon, the State Department, and the national security industrial complex. One of the reasons I was the only president in generations who didn't start a war is that I was the only president who rejected the catastrophic advice of many of Washington's generals, bureaucrats, and the so-called diplomats who only know how to get us into conflict, but they don't know how to get us out. For decades...
Now, y'all know I really don't play Trump speeches on my show. Sometimes I do because it's a point that needs to be made. I need you to understand this. And Doc, you and Guy, and LP, y'all can back me up on this. And Lance, you can back me up on this also. When you hear him speaking, you got to say to yourself, who is he speaking to? First of all, you got to say, is he talking to me? And then you got to take it from that point of reference on and begin to listen, not at what he's saying, but what he's not saying. Are y'all following what I'm saying? All right, let's proceed. So I shall proceed and continue.
We've had the very same people, such as Victoria Nuland and many others just like her, obsessed with pushing Ukraine toward NATO, not to mention the State Department support for uprisings in Ukraine. These people have been seeking confrontation for a long time, much like the case in Iraq and other parts of the world, and now we're teetering on the brink of World War III. And a lot of people don't see it, but I see it, and I've been right about a lot of things. They all say Trump's been right about everything. None of this excuses in any way the outrageous and horrible invasion of Ukraine 1 year ago, which would have never happened if I was your president, not even a little chance. But it does mean that here in America, we need to get rid of the corrupt globalist establishment that has botched every major foreign policy decision for decades. And that includes President Biden, whose own people said he's never made a good decision when it comes to looking at other countries and looking at wars. We have to replace them with people who support American interests. Over our 4 years in the White House, we made incredible progress in putting the America Last contingent aside and bringing the world to peace. And now we're going to complete the mission. The State Department, Pentagon, and National Security Establishment will be a very different place by the end of my administration. In fact, just into my administration, it'll be a very different place, and it'll get things done, just like I did 4 years ago. We never had it so good. We'll also stop the lobbyists and the big defense contractors from going in and pushing our senior military and national security officials toward conflict, only to reward them when they retire with lucrative jobs, getting paid millions and millions of dollars. Take a look at the globalist warmonger donors backing our opponents. That's because they're candidates of war. I am the president who delivers peace, and it's peace through strength. There was a reason we had no conflict. There was a reason we didn't get into wars, because other countries respected us. I entirely built all right from the beginning, rebuilt our military. It's a big reason for that. They didn't want to mess around with the United States, and now they're laughing at us. We could end the Ukraine conflict in 24 hours with the right leadership. At the end of my next 4 years, the warmongers, frauds, and failures in the senior ranks of our government will all be gone, and we will have a new group of competent national security officials who believe in defending America's vital interests above all else. Thank you very much.
When I started.
All right. Yeah. So what did I ask y'all to do? Listen at what he's not saying. You have to determine, first of all, is he talking to you? I hate to end the show that way, but something for you to think about. When you're watching the news tonight, all right, be mindful of the bobbleheads. All of them basically saying the same thing. All right? They got some, I guess, supposedly some Israeli little young chick on the TV. Looked like she injected her lips with some stuff, saying that she was kidnapped, but they're taking care of her. And yeah, come on. Yeah. Yeah, stop that. They're trying to garner sympathy and empathy from you. All right? A couple of people on there talking about this is why the world is on the side of Israel. Stop that, man. We're on the side of truth. We're on the side of humanity. All right? We're on the side of peace. One thing I do have to admit, Trump was correct about, these are some warmongers, man. Some warmongers, for real. Anyway, it's Professor Grip. I love y'all to life, not to death. I love y'all to life. All right? Listen, come check me out at the gun show in Forest Park. Hit me up for some firearm training. My phone number is 678-557-2919. Make sure you donate, all right, to the fundraiser. All right? I believe next month, I think the end of November, I'm going to be on hhn.tv, and we're going to be talking about some critical things that I can't say on here. So make sure y'all support the fundraiser so I can put enough monies together to get the equipment to move it over there. All right? All right. Professor Griff is out, fam. I'll see y'all in a minute. All right, Quan, really appreciate you. All right? Okay. All right, Tammy, make sure you hook up with Lou Tactical or somebody in your area, all right, that can get you that firearm training. All right? All right, peace, fam. Peace.